Alright, what's going on, guys? So I got another package in the mail yesterday, and this was from GamingNight. He sent me a package as thanks for reuniting him with a childhood NES game, Baseball Simulator 1000. He had mentioned about a year and a half ago or so that list of games he was looking for, and that was one of them, being an NES game. I remembered it, of course, and I finally came across a couple copies, and one of them was a CIB copy. So I picked it up and sent it to him, and in return, he sent me a couple games here. The first one is Xenosaga 3 for the PS2, and it's sealed still, factory sealed. I have not played the first or second one of these. I had a friend who, when I first moved out of my house, who stayed at my apartment for a week or two, who played Xenosaga, the first one, on the PlayStation, I believe. And I remember watching him play a lot, but I did not actually ever get a chance to play myself. So I plan to go back and play the first and second one, and then play this one day. But for now, this will remain a collector's item, and I'll keep it closed there. Really awesome. I really appreciate this, Fred. Thank you very much. I got a good place to set this up and display it. And, you know, I missed a lot of the PlayStation 2 RPGs. I really started playing a lot of MMOs in late 2003, early 2004, and stopped playing a lot of the mainstream games. I played Vice City, I played Lords of Norath, I played Maximo. I played a lot of the earlier PS2 games, but some of the only RPGs I played for the PS2 were Final Fantasy X. That's one of the only main RPGs I really remember playing for it. And then, of course, I played Final Fantasy XI. So I really would like to get into a couple PS2 RPGs eventually, so thanks for that. And this is another game he sent me. He sent me Final Fantasy Legends 2 for the Game Boy. Now this is actually a game that I grew up with. I played Final Fantasy Adventure, Final Fantasy Legends, and Final Fantasy Legends 2. Or Legend, excuse me. Now one of these games, I believe it was Final Fantasy Adventure, was actually the first Secret of Mana game in proper chronological order. So it went Final Fantasy Adventure for the Game Boy, and then Secret of Mana for the Super Nintendo. I believe it was Final Fantasy Adventure, because it's a different game, whereas Legend and Legend 2 are more of the classic Final Fantasy RPG, if I remember correctly. So I can't wait to give this game a playthrough. I don't really remember if I played this second one or not. I know I played the first Adventure and the first Legend a lot, but I'm gonna have to pop this in and see if I did play it. So once again, thank you very much, GamingNight. I really appreciate this. These are awesome items, and thanks again for the collectible item, as I would call it, and then thanks again for the Game Boy game here, which I've been playing some handholds lately since I'm trying to sit down a little with my foot still recovering. I go in Monday to actually get the bandages off, and then hopefully I'll be walking a little bit more with crutches instead of limping around when I need to. So yeah, I'm gonna go play some Radiant Historia on my DS a little more. I got Varia going on the NES, and still playing Hyperdimension Neptunia on the PS3. So yeah. And then, of course, I've started Govelius Valley of Doom a little bit on the Sega Master System. Got that hooked up on this TV. So when I have a little more time, I'm going to start playing all these other games and probably shooting some vids of them. So, yeah. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and thanks again, GamingNight. Peace.